Hi, this is Carlos Diaz, Library Associate at St. John the Baptist Parish Library, and this is a book talk. Today's book talk is Catch 22, a novel by Joseph Heller. 50 years after its original publication, Catch 22 remains a cornerstone of American literature and one of the funniest and most celebrated books of all time. In recent years, it has been named to Best Novels list by Time, Newsweek, Modern Library, and the London Observer. Set in Italy during World War II, this is the story of the incomparable, malingering bombardier Yossarian, a hero who's furious because thousands of people he has never met are trying to kill him. But his real problem is not the enemy. It's his own army, which keeps increasing the number of missions the men must fly to complete their service. Yet, if Yossarian makes any attempt to excuse himself from the perilous missions he's assigned, he'll be in violation of Catch 22, a hilariously sinister bureaucratic rule that states a man is considered insane if he is willingly continues to fly dangerous combat missions, but if he makes a formal request to be removed from duty, he is proven sane and therefore ineligible to be relieved. This 50th anniversary edition commemorates Joseph Heller's masterpiece, and it is the definitive edition of a classic of world literature and a fine addition to the canon of war literature. The themes are war, satire, and classic literature. And that's it. What we have here is a complete masterpiece. I read it years ago. I had to skim through it for this review. I read a few chapters to get caught up with the characters. And yeah, these characters are very colorful. They're kooky, they're quirky, they're silly, they're zany. Yossarian, our main character, Major, and the whole list of other role players. Um, it is a comedy of errors, and the characters they play an integral part. They're given great dialogue. It is LOL funny. It is easily one of the funniest. Not only war novels, but just novels in general. I think, in the long list of war literature, it tends to be serious, heavy handed. It deals with some tough subject matter, as because war is. But in this case, Catch 22, which was published more than 50 years ago, back in 61, it really captured a moment because the United States was coming out of World War One, the Korean War, and it was already heavily involved in the Vietnam War by the time of the book's publication in 61. And Joseph Heller, he wanted to show the the absurdity, I guess you can say, of war and how it's a folly and how it's a racket, how old men start wars but young men fight them. And in today's and that hasn't changed much in today's society. Um, and we see that in this book. There's the fog of war. There is misinformation. There is ridiculous information that's passed out. And again, that hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is the technology that presents all of those issues. But here, what we have, Catch 22, it the titular title is about that rule. The bureaucratic rule that doesn't make any sense. It's contradictory. It's confusing. It's convoluted, and it's a microcosm of military service. I know that from personal experience. But you go through it. The men have their marching orders, and they do what's asked of them, and they try to accomplish the mission beforehand. And Catch 22, it's so popular. The phrase in and of itself has entered the vernacular. It's part of everyday language. It was accepted by Merriam-Webster's dictionary decades ago to mean just that, a convoluted issue, something that's confusing, something that contradicts itself, like a conundrum, if you will. So, I mean, it is influential in that sense. A lot of aspiring writers, they want to write work like that. And even today, you're seeing today's writers that they're influenced by Catch 22. It's a great novel. It is a little bit long. I'll tell you, it's about 450 pages. It's well worth your time. It's readily available. You can check out a copy of the book at your local library. There's also an available copy at Libby, that online platform, and it's free with your library card, and you can check it out there. So if you really want to read a book that's a pure satire, and the difference, lampoon, satire, lampoon is mockery with the intent not to reform, whereas satire is mockery with the intent to reform. So if you're looking for something fun and exciting and you want to dig into it, I highly recommend Catch 22, and it has also been adapted into a film and more recently into a miniseries. So this was Carlos Diaz. Thank you very much, and this was a book talk.